So, you're a writer, producer, director, artist, and musician.
Yes.
Let's break it down.
Okay.
So, you're a writer. What do you write?
All my stories. Every time I make a movie, I do the writing, all the screenplay, most likely, and yeah, every story that I've done is my own stories.
Awesome. What's your favorite story that you've written so far?
My original one that I did, a movie that took me 2 years to make, and it was called Pumpkin, and I had no idea how to make a film. But I wrote it, and I really loved it, but because I didn't know too much about make film, it didn't come out that great. But the story was very good, and I'm thinking about doing a remake of it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Indeed. I've seen some pumpkin movies in my day. So,
Yeah.
is it anything like those Jack-o'-lantern or Trick
Well,
or
yeah, it's
Treat?
about a little girl, 16-year-old girl that she turns into something different that she doesn't understand and stuff. And yeah, in my production company, it's called Pumpkin Production because of that, just because that was my first film. And came out, I learned that you have to crawl before you can walk. So I started doing 40-hour films, and that's what got me to learn how to do filmmaking and writing, and so I do pretty much everything but act.
Awesome. Same here. Not much of an actor myself. So.
I had to act. In some parts, I did part I had to act, but it's like I had no choice. I couldn't find the right person to do it. So if I had to do it, I'd do it, but it's not my favorite thing to do.
Indeed. I feel you on that one. Let's see here. And you're a producer as well. So you mentioned you produce.
I produce all my films. Pretty much I started from the beginning. That's the only way you can do when you're an independent filmmaker. It's not very easy to come out make movies unless you put your own money. So I do artwork, so I sell art and that stuff on conventions, so that's what gives me the money to be able to make the films. So, and the thing when I do films, it's like every year that I make a film, I try to buy more props, more cameras, more everything that I need. And it came into a point now that I produce all my films, and I do the wardrobe, I buy we got a location that we can film. Most of my films is filmed there, but you wouldn't tell that we filmed it there because we make it, we change the walls and everything to look differently, so yeah.
Wow, that's a great ecosystem you got there.
Yeah.
Money comes in, you produce and.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Let me put it this way. I always tell people, it's like, you want to make film, you got to do it. You don't kind of wait for somebody to discover you. You just got to do it yourself.
Absolutely.
All you need is a camera and a vision of what you want to do, and you come up with a great story. That's all you need.
You're pretty much golden.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Absolutely. I'll see if Yep, I think you're perfect. They're screaming pop salad, so that's good.
Cool, cool.
Yeah. So you're a director as well. So you directed Pumpkin.
I like directing because it's just, I like independent filmmaker because the reason you get a lot of freedom or come up with whatever you want. If anybody come in, I'm a director, or I'm not a director, I'm not a writer, I'm not a musician, nothing. I'm an artist. So I pretty much, I like to create stuff, and I like to tell stories. So that's basically what I do with my art and with my music and my movies.
Absolutely. That's awesome. And I'm glad that you're an artist, and that's what goes into our next thing. And so, what other forms of media do you do besides music and film?
I do horror art, like acrylic on canvases. I like the old-fashioned posters of monsters and that stuff, so I couldn't afford the original one stuff. So I started painting for myself, and then people liked it and said, hey, I want to buy some of that stuff. I said, well, I got something here, so I started doing that. And for the past 12 years, I've been selling out my art through different conventions. And nowadays, you have to have prints. You have to make prints because that's what people like it. But yeah, I'm always about art and acrylic on canvas, and I do a lot of movie stuff. And if my teacher sees me what I do right now, he'll go nuts. Because you're supposed to be doing fine art and doing all kind of stuff. And I gotta do what I love, and I love horror, I love movies and that stuff. So that's why I pretty much concentrate.
Indeed. I feel you on that one. This was inspired by Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and Hellraiser.
Oh yeah, who did it?
Oh, my buddy Charlie McMullen.
Yeah, good job. I like it. The other stuff.
Yeah,
Composition.
so Butterball, Chatter, Pinhead, Simply,
Yeah.
the female Cenobite.
Yeah, it become very popular this year because the new movie came out and that stuff. So I got my friend Paul Taylor. He was Pinhead one time, one of the movies that he did. So when I saw him in one of my shows, I told him, hey dude, give me your autograph. I said, why? Because now you're Pinhead, you're gonna be everywhere taking autographs and that stuff. So I want to make sure I get the first autograph that you get for somebody. So, but now he do shows all over the place.
Absolutely. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Most definitely. And you're a musician too. I noticed your Ramones shirt.
Oh yeah, I love music. I went to school for music. I wanted to learn every instrument I could learn. But then I took an alternate course on drawing, and my teacher said, look, quit the music business because it's very hard. You have to be in the right place and stuff. So I want you to do the art stuff. So that's why she got me to do the art stuff. And then when she had a gallery showing. She wanted to put music for her gallery showing. I said, look, you the one told me to get out of the music business, and now you want me to do your music? I said, okay, I'll do it for you. But yeah, I play drums and guitar, and I play harmonica and bass and pretty much everything. But like, I'm learning how to play the violin pretty much right now. And wind instruments, I'm very not good at those, but I like to play. I like to try everything. I would say I'm not good at one thing, but I'm gonna go a lot of things.
Indeed, most definitely. So do you score your own films too?
Yeah, I started doing that in the beginning when I did punk and I did my own arena scores and everything like that. But the thing about it that nowadays it's easier to just get any kind of movie, sounds and all that stuff you can get. So when I do a 40-hour film, which I do a lot of 40-hour films, and you don't have time to just compose any kind of music for it. So I go to like different programs that you can get and add them. Because I believe music is very important when you do a movie. It's part of telling the story. When I did a 40-hour film, the first 40-hour film, I had my friends, they didn't know how to act. They couldn't act worth nothing. So what I did, I made a no-sound movie. It was a silent movie, I made it, but I put the music on it, and that's what sold it. The reaction and stuff, but if they would speak, it would be a terrible movie. But yeah, I think music is very, very important when you try to tell somebody a story, and it just gives you in the mood of whatever it is. So yeah.
Most definitely. I'm a huge John Carpenter fan, so it's...
I was going to meet him, I think in May. He's going to come to Texas Primary, which is a big show that I do every year. It's my favorite show of the year. Yeah, I did a couple of paintings like the thing, so I want him to sign it. So if I don't sell it by then, I'll keep it. I want to get on stop, but yeah.
He's quite a gentleman. I saw him in Los Angeles at the Big Trouble in Little China showing.
I'm jealous. I wish I was there.
Yeah. Rain was there too, and so there's a music store called Amoeba, and I had a laser disc of it. They both autographed it, and it was just so awesome of them.
Yeah, I say everybody like Halloween, which is great. Halloween is a great movie, but my favorite thing was The Thing. He did such a great job with practical effects and that stuff that he was in. And that's the movie that always gets me and that stuff. I'm located like in New Orleans, so most of my company based in New Orleans, and that's where I do most of my movies.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Phil Anselmo is based in Louisiana.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, good guy.
He's a great fella. I met him in Atlanta at Days of the Dead.
Yeah, and you think when he's in the music and stuff, but you think he's such a polite guy and such a friendly guy. You don't see it inside. When you do his music stuff. So yeah, I like it. I met him one time like 8 years ago or something like that. They had a convention in New Orleans, and yeah, he was a great guy. Yeah.
Awesome, fantastic, good stuff. What's in the future for you?
Okay, this is my season of setting my art. So all this year I'm gonna pretty much just going to different shows, setting my art. But in January I'm working on my biggest project so far, which is it's called Dolly. And it's a story about a little doll that comes to life. And it's one of my most ambitious ones, most expensive ones it's gonna be. But I really want to make it look. I'm a big Guillermo del Toro kind of style. I like all the fancy stuff and everything, but I like the horror stuff, so I kind of combine a little bit of everything. So yeah, I'm looking forward to do it. It's a lot of work, but that's one of my biggest ones. Then after that, more films, more artwork, and as much as I can do.
Indeed, I love Guillermo, and it's like whether it's like the Devil's Playground, I believe.
Yeah, Devil's Backbone.
Backbone, that's
yeah.
it. And I know it's in an orphanage and everything. So
yeah, I like the Pan's Labyrinth. That was my favorite of all time. And it's like the Doug Jones. I think I'm supposed to meet him in March. And it's like one of my bucket list of the people that I really want to meet because he's just a great actor and the stuff that he does. Just amazing. If I could get him in one of my movies, that'd be great.
Indeed,
Okay.
He's such a talented guy. Indeed, I love that guy. But yeah, we have 30 seconds left. So is there anything you'd like to plug or anything?
Not really. I mean, I would say mostly I tell people, you like make movies, make sure you just get a camera and come up with an idea, just keep filming. You gotta keep filming, and that's way don't worry about what else or business coming after. Just keep filming. That's how you're gonna get better at it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's the only thing I can say.
Awesome, Felix. Thank you so much for being my first guest
Yeah.
on the nOg Irish Pubcast, based out of Daytona Beach, and we'll see you hopefully at another convention.
Yeah, you see me in many places. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice meeting you, man.